and the energy is the Five of Pentacles. And the key word for this card is destitution. Now, that may indicate financial, material, or it could be spiritually, emotionally. The Five of Pentacles indicates, addressing something like ill health or hard times or rejection. Again, maybe a loss, which seems to be a theme this week. A sense of poverty, whether it's actually real or it's a poverty mentality. So for some of you, there has been an actual loss. You're under financial strain, and that is the Ten of Wands, the burden that you're carrying. And maybe there's worry and concern about family. Maybe the resources are dwindling, or there's a lack of assets, or something about a legal settlement. There's just uncertainty due to overextension or a lack of faith. And as a result, someone may feel lonely, a sense of despair. Maybe you were left out of something, out in the cold, abandoned. And so maybe there is some destitution. This card can speak of people who are on the fringes. They're not accepted by mainstream. And, that can be positive or negative. So in some cases, this is excessive focus on the material. It becomes more important than anything else. And as a result, there's a failure to pursue spiritual values, to really understand what has value and what is important. Others of you, there could be some kind of intrigue that is causing worry within the family. This may be a lover or a mistress. Maybe there are issues connected to a friend, or there's some kind of intrigue connected to an affair, some kind of dangerous passion, or maybe material concerns is the obstacle that prevents a love affair. Or, it could be good for love, but it's not good for money. Something about this connection is, obstructive in some way. You may love this person, but maybe you forego that love because it will have a damaging effect on your ability to earn, or what you receive, or how you're seen. So today, focuses on the impoverished, the lonely, the people who feel down and out on their luck. Maybe you're dealing with people who are at a disadvantage in some way, whether that's spiritually, materially, emotionally. But for many of you, you're also looking at where perhaps a couple of things have just not gone the way you had hoped. Things didn't go your way, or they didn't go as smoothly as you wanted them to. And the emotional and the material is all intertwined. It's tied up together. So this may be very complex because everything is interwoven. Everything, this one part of life also has an impact on this. And, there's some kind of web here. And so, again, your growing concern, those worries, those fears are undermining your health, and maybe even become the catalyst for an accident or putting you at risk or some kind of close call. But there's also the potential here to learn a valuable lesson. That once you really step back, as other cards this week advised, become more objective, learn what's really valuable, let go of unnecessary burdens, especially those that don't belong to you, and make some changes that can improve things by exchanges with others. You may understand that something isn't costing you as much as you thought. It doesn't cost as much time, as much money, as much emotion, as much effort as you previously thought. Whatever you're dealing with today, whatever situation, positive or negative, this is a good day to take care of yourself, to pamper yourself in some way, whatever that means to you. A long hot bath, a long walk, something to make yourself feel good. Take out some time for you. Now, that may be difficult, especially if you feel like everyone wants a piece of you. everyone's asking for something. Everyone's just too demanding, especially your loved ones. And, maybe the issue is that you're just not in a position to be taking any risk. The slightest risk puts you in harm's way, whether that's with your safety or your finances. And the result is not good. It could be some kind of dire consequence. Today may not be the best time to borrow or loan money. And again, if you were expecting something, there could be one delay after another. You're having to constantly deal with a challenge, a loose end, some kind of obstacle. It could be things at work have become more challenging. You're pressed for time, or you've got a lot of assignments or a lot of tasks that you need to do, or maybe it's a medical issue and it's annoying and it's troubling, and maybe you can't even find the answer, the treatment, the right doctor, or even the diagnosis. And because things are mounting, you want to place the blame somewhere, put it at the feet of something. Maybe you're blaming your professional problems on your personal life. There's just too much responsibility at home, too many demands where you can't adequately do your job the way you should. Or maybe, you're a workaholic, or your job is demanding, or it's wearing on you physically, or it's taking you away from your family, and now it's posing a problem to your personal life. So you may be looking at the effect and looking at, what is the root cause? What's the problem? But hopefully this is a day where you're emerging from some kind of hard or difficult situation. There could be a turn for the better, especially if you've gained some kind of spiritual awareness. Maybe your health is improving, or maybe it's the end of unemployment, or the end of poverty, or frustrating negativity, or maybe your faith is restored. So, whatever's going on with you today, it's emotional, it's material, it's complicated, and how you handle it, what your judgment is, also affects your health.